Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 24 of Art to Heart podcast. This is an ongoing series where every Sunday I make sure to upload a visual podcast so that you have an entire illustration and also listen to the most key takeaway of our daily life and embrace yourself and develop yourself as the days goes by. And I want you all to excel in your hobby, the what we show as an art. And also, if you're listening this positive message will definitely help you build up your own personality and become the best version of yourself. So in today's topic we will be talking about the art of being courageous. So welcome to our podcast, and here we are going to deep dive into the art of living boldly. I'm your host Rena, and today we are exploring something that lives in all of us, it often feel just out of reach: the art of being courageous. The moment we hear the word courage, something which definitely pops up in my mind is Hercules, right? We all have listened to the story as we were growing up, as how, as a young child, he was able to save the entire town and so and so. But listen to this. Not that kind of courage that comes from heroic tales or epic battles, but the quiet, everyday bravery that shapes our lives. It is a courage to speak your truth, to take that leap, to feel fear and still move forward. This is what it's being courageous. And in today's episode, I'll be sharing 7 strategies which you can implement, and also you can develop yourself and get into the field you actually want to do. If you're thinking too much, if you're not doing whatever you want to do, you're scared, you're afraid, trust me, I was like you at one spot of your life. And once I've started being courageous, I happened to make so many changes in my life. So I thought sharing these few strategies will definitely help at least one of you. And this is the entire reason why I started this podcast, helping at least one of you. Before we dive into the strategies, let us understand what is courage. Is it the absence of fear? No, absolutely not. Is this the presence of something stronger, the willingness to act despite fear? Think about the first time you tried something new. Maybe it was speaking in front of a crowd, starting a new job, or having a difficult conversation. You were scared, but you did it anyway. That's courage. Courage isn't about never failing, it's about standing up every time you do. Now that we has understood the definition of courage, let's get a little bit deeper into this. Now here's where it gets interesting. Courage is an art. It's not just a one-time act, it is a practice like painting, writing, or learning an instrument. Courage requires repetition, patience, and resilience. Think of courage as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes, and as it gets tired, just like any other muscle. That's when you need to rest, recharge, and come back with fresh strength. There are a lot of video will say I am coming back after 6 months. I have isolated myself, the monk mode. Okay, all this explanation, right? Give yourself a 6 month of break and come back stronger. That's what a period of time where you give yourself a break, develop on something interesting, develop on something you have not been doing for over a period of time. But unless you decide, no, this is the last 6 months of my life, I'm gonna go full on this, and I'm gonna develop myself, I'm gonna upskill myself, I'm gonna show up myself the more stronger version for whatever the version they have seen me last time. So courage is definitely an art. It is a practice you have to do every single day. So here are the 7 strategies to cultivate courage. Number 1, start small. Courage does not have to be about life altering decisions. It can be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or expressing your feelings honestly. The key is to stretch your comfort zone bit by bit. Let me give my example. I am not someone who was good at speaking in the voice memos, or even if you look at my older video, I think maximum around 300 or 200 video is without voice. I have not even given one single tutorial, and yet I am grateful to have 11,000 plus subscriber. But a moment I change in my channel is I'm no longer going to be scared, I will start speaking up. And today I'm so happy. A lot of you listen to it, and I get a lot of DMs saying how much they enjoy listening to my tutorial and how good it is when I start explaining things. I do understand an art channel definitely has to have a tutorial where I have a background talking. But I was always scared. I always had this fear holding me back. But once I decided, no, I'll start with one video a time. I didn't go entirely one shot. I did a few videos and then I backed out and then I did a few videos. But now I'm so happy that I happened to talk with all 11,000 plus people and I happened to let that courage be a part of my life. Reframe fear as a signal. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, treat it as a green light. It often means you're on the verge of growth. Ask yourself what's on the other side of this fear. Oftentimes we neglect, and the moment we are so close to reaching our goal, that's when we give up. And I have seen this often again and again in my life. The time I feel like, okay, I have done absolutely everything, this is not going to happen, and that not going to happen is the fear within you. And you taking that leap of faith is the courage you're building in. So, number three, practice self compassion. Courage isn't about being perfect. When you stumble, be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself like you would do to a close friend who's struggling. This builds resilience and helps you rise stronger. Trust me, being self compassion has absolutely changed my life. I have always been very strict with me. I have my own rules and regulation which I have to follow. And once I have made a little changes, little bit of leniency there, I was happy to see a growth where I can take rest and get back to whatever I enjoy doing it. But you have to practice self compassion. So let's say number four is visualizing your success. Before facing a challenge, visualize yourself succeeding. Imagine the confidence you will feel, the pride, the relief. This mental rehearsal can shift your mindset from what if I fail to what if I succeed. Again, I'll give my prime example. I am never good at speaking to a large set of audience. Of course, during my school days, I was someone who loves to debate, who take up speech competition and everything. But as life goes on, you tend to be in your own shell. So I happened to be delivering a session on cloud computing, and that was the first certification which I had done. And I have to give to this audience of 30 freshers joining in my organization. And with much practice, I practiced for over, I think, 2 weeks or plus to deliver this 8 hours of session. And I happened to do this entirely. And by chance, I was so lucky to have a crowd full of people who were very supportive and who really enjoyed the way I explained. And then at the end of the feedback, you read all these beautiful comments from them saying they had one of the best time during this training and they really enjoyed. So trust me, you should actually visualize your success when facing the challenge. So when I was scheduled to deliver this session, I often thought it was this positive feedback which is gonna get at the end of the session, and so I actually happened to get it. Number five, surround yourself with courageous people. Trust me, finding courageous people is very difficult in today's world because often people are like, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do this? Why can't you just be in your comfort zone? You are trying too hard for their simple life. Please ignore these people. Energy is contagious. Spend time with people who inspire you, who face their fears head on. Their bravery will fuel your own. I have made these changes in my life. I stopped being surrounding myself with people who have actually stopped me from doing the thing I really love, and start being surrounding with the people who have been doing extraordinary every single day. They wake up with the mission of learning something, they do something, they were brave enough to ask that stupid question to a set of people and they get the actual answer. So you should surround yourself with the people who are positive, who are head on with their goals, and who are so not reliant on anybody but accept themselves. Number six, embrace vulnerability. Courage isn't about having all the answer. It's about being open to uncertainty. Vulnerability is a form of strength, not weakness. When you allow yourself to be seen, flaws and all, you create deeper connection and grow beyond what you thought was possible. Again, I'll give my example. As a woman, we often tend to be in a scale of perfectionist 9. We often want everything to be perfect. We don't want anything to be imperfect. When I started this channel, I always like, okay, I have so much of art I created, but I have deleted it just because I was not happy. I imagine telling this to my mother, and I inform my mom like, I've been doing so many things, I'm not happy with how it has come out, and all she says is, accept what you have done for the day, upload. Eventually you will start realizing how much you have done, and eventually people will start liking the growth you have seen in your progress of art. And I'm so lucky that I have all of you, and you guys have been my constant support, encouraging me to whatever I do, and I'm so grateful to be on this journey with all of you. Number 7, focus on the process, not just the outcome. Sometimes we are so obsessed with the result that we forget the value of the journey. That is me, okay? Courage is about showing up, trying, learning, and evolving regardless of the outcome. Shift your focus from did I succeed to did I show up fully. Showing up has something changed my life tremendously, whether I like it or not, whether I'm happy or not. I try to appear in front of people. I try to do the things which I have not done. I try to get out of my comfort zone from now and then. That has changed completely the person I am today. I'll go through all the 7 strategy once again. Number 1 is starting small. Number 2, reframe fear as a signal. Number 3, practice self-compassion. Number 4, visualize success. Number 5, surround yourself with courageous people. Number 6, embrace vulnerability. Number 7, focus on the process, not just the outcome. As we wrap up, I want you to remember this. Courage isn't about being fearless. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling fear and choosing to act anyway. It's the art of showing up even when the outcome is uncertain. I'll read it one more time. Courage isn't about being fearless, it's about feeling fear and choosing to act anyway. It's the art of showing up even when the outcome is uncertain. So make sure you appear for that exam. Make sure to learn something which you have been putting out. Make sure to go to the place where you're ignoring for such a long time. I promise you will get out of this fearless and you start being courageous. Thank you for joining on today's episode. Until next time, keep creating, keep daring, and keep living courageously. Till then, enjoy your life. See you all next week. Till then, take care. Bye bye.